love your laptop. What are you working on so intensely?
Oh, I'm working on this Enterprise Guide project. It's my quarterly reporting flow.
And Enterprise Guide, oh my God, that brings back so much memories for me. I used to use Enterprise Guide all the time before we moved from SAS 9 to SAS Viya. Have you heard about Viya, by the way?
I have, but I haven't quite got there yet.
Can I ask you why?
Well, I have all these Enterprise Guide projects, hundreds of them, years of logic built in, and they just work. I feel so productive right now, and I think it would be disruptive to change.
I get that, Chris. And to be honest with you, I had the same concerns when we started to migrate and move from SAS 9 to SAS Viya. I thought that I had to start everything from scratch, all the work that I had done. But actually, it turned out to not be that way. You can bring all your projects from Enterprise Guide into Viya. They become SAS Studio flows. And the core logic, it's still there. Your SAS skills, they're all very relevant. So for me, it wasn't really about having to start from scratch. It was more about carrying it forward in a much faster way.
But let's say you're a productive SAS 9 user right now. What gets better in Viya?
Well, the first thing that I love about Viya is orchestration. Instead of having a lot of flows just living on your desktop, you can organize them centrally, you can schedule them as jobs, and then you can make the outputs available throughout your organization, for example.
Wow, that sounds a lot better than the cron jobs I'm running right now.
The second thing I love about Viya is collaboration. Let's say part of your team uses Python, for example. Instead of having to redo all your SAS work from SAS to Python or the other way around, you can just work from shared data and shared assets across the entire, in one ecosystem.
Today, my team works in these shared folders on the network, and it's all we could do to not stomp on each other as we're trying to each do our work.
And you know, the third thing that I really love about Viya, Chris, is governance. Governance is not an afterthought or bolted on later. It's really everything it's governed and traceable by design.
Now, SAS Viya runs in the cloud, right? What about cloud migration? Isn't that a huge effort? Right now, I have everything local, and I really love that control.
Losing control was my biggest fear, but what I learned is that cloud doesn't have to mean necessarily just one thing. I mean, you can deploy Viya on premises, in the cloud, or even hybrid. So it's the biggest shift. It wasn't really about the cloud itself because it was more about centralization. So you move from having everything on one desktop to having everything that is shared, secured, governed, but still controlled.
Yeah, that does sound pretty cool.
And let me tell you one more thing, Chris. I cannot imagine any more working without my SAS Viya Copilot. Yeah, it's like my personal assistant inside the Viya platform. I can use it to do a lot of things across the entire data and AI lifecycle and be more productive with executing different tasks for me, like asking questions about SAS documentation, generating SAS code. And it's trained by SAS, so it's always up to date on the latest procedures. And I trust it very much because since it is built within the platform, I don't have to send my data to any third-party external provider or chatbot provider. So I really, really trust it.
By the way, I do feel like governance keeps coming up and trust as well. Right now, in our processes, we have governance steps that are built around the platform. It's not really part of it.
In Viya, governance is built into the platform, from data governance, model governance, AI governance. You can see everything, have full traceability from what your data came from, what went into the models, what transformations happened. And you can use model cards to monitor the model's performance over time, from bias, drift, degradation. I'm even experimenting with large language models and agentic AI and generative AI workflows building lately. So that's super cool.
Yeah, that sounds really awesome.
Listen, I've given you so much to think about. What if I send you a few things to look at and then you let me know if you have any questions?
That sounds perfect. Thank you, Marinelle.